Good afternoon, Mr. President. I am speaking to you today on behalf of the Outright Action International, a global activist network dedicated to the promotion of LGBT rights. In the opening words of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it states, "All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. All peoples in all states have the right to equality and non-discrimination based on skin color, race, sex, religion, and so too do they have the right to equality and non-discrimination based on their sexual orientation and gender identity." This idea has been confirmed by multiple treaty bodies, such as the Committee on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, the Committee on the Rights of the Child, the Committee Against Torture, the Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, as well as the United Nations Human Rights Committee. Now, much progress has been made throughout the world with regards to the status and treatment of LGBT peoples, in large part thanks to the efforts of our esteemed representatives in this chamber, driving change and acceptance within your respective states. And for this, we thank you for your tireless efforts. However, there are many areas in the world where LGBT individuals needs must fear not only for their safety and well-being, but for their very lives and the lives of those close to them. For example, we have the persecution of LGBT individuals within the Russian Republic of Chechnya that has continued unabated despite the letter sent to it by UN experts to Russian authorities alleging detention, torture, and extrajudicial killings of gay and bisexual men. Reports of the detention and torture of LGBT individuals have come to us via the testimony of those who are able to flee Chechnya, despite the denial by Russian authorities that any LGBT individuals even exist within a republic with a population of 1.4 million people. Brunei, which has always criminalized same-sex relations, has just recently introduced new laws that make sexual relations between men punishable by death by stoning. There are now 11 countries, including Saudi Arabia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Pakistan, and the Sudan, who have death penalties in place for any individuals that engage in consenting same-sex relations. There are also 57 countries, including Algeria, Libya, Ethiopia, Morocco, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, who have laws in place criminalizing same-sex relations that can result in up to life in prison. All of this just because people are who they are and they love who they love. Now, this is not to say that there has been no progress in regards to the rights of LGBT individuals. Recent decades have resulted in a shift towards a more equal and discrimination-free world. 9 countries, including Mexico, Bolivia, Portugal, Nepal, and South Africa, have constitutional protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation. Then we have over 130 countries around the world, including Canada, Brazil, most of Europe, Angola, and Thailand that have broad, if at times uneven, protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation. We also have 26 countries around the world that have legalized same-sex marriage. Then there are legal challenges that are occurring throughout the world, from Jamaica to Kenya, challenging the criminalization of homosexuality. The tides are turning with regards to LGBT rights as human rights, but there is still much work that needs to be done. Millions of people remain under constant threat to their safety, security, and livelihoods due to the continuing anti-LGBT sentiment that stems from pervasive cultural, social, and economic and religious biases. We must be unafraid and steadfast in our respect for all human rights, and we must continue to call out discrimination whenever and wherever we see it. If we continue to allow those who use the religion or culture as an excuse to commit atrocities, are we truly doing all we can to protect those who must be protected? There are 2 quotes that I would like to end with. Desmond Tutu said that it means a great deal to those who are oppressed to know that they are not alone. Never let anyone tell you that what you are doing is insignificant. And then we have A. Philip Randolph, an African-American civil rights activist, who said, "Freedom is never granted, it is won. Justice is never given, it is exacted." We must be vocal and visible in our fight for LGBT rights around the world, and with the help of this commission, it is our firm belief that we can get to a world and a society where everyone is truly free to be who they are and love who they love without fear. Thank you for your time.